go ahead and call the council meeting to order. And roll call.
Ben Keel.
Michelle Otto.
Lloyd Johnson.
Roy Henry.
We got Deb down there, and joining us also is Wayne. And we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I got a thing I'd like to say about these Girl Scouts over in Wisconsin that were killed by this driver driving down the road. And they didn't even get a decent life, as young as they were and everything. I wish we'd have a moment of silence for them. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. We are going to add to the agenda under item 4, item B, discussion to appoint Tom Marzalik to the council.
Where are you going to move that to?
Item 4B.
What's saying that?
What? Is there a motion then to approve the agenda? Are you confused?
No, yeah, why is it B? What's A?
A is the approval of the agenda.
Yeah, I was just confused.
I thought you said A.
Like,
Yes.
so,
Okay. Is there a motion then to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0. Then discussion to appoint Tom Marzalik.
You were given a memo by the city attorney, Mr. Matt Rocco, so I hope I'll get a chance to look at that memo regarding the vacant position, and if you have any questions, I will try to answer them. I am off.
Are there any questions?
I have none.
Is there then a motion to appoint Tom to come and join us up here on the council?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2018-29 appointing Mr. Tom Muzzle as city council member with the term expiring January 1st, 2019.
I'll second that.
All right, Ben.
Aye.
Lloyd.
Aye.
Roy.
Aye.
All vote aye. Motion passes 4-0.
Who's that?
We're gonna take a moment. Dad, just take it away.
Oh, sorry.
Tom, I think.
Okay, sorry about that.
Hey, Deb.
Something.
What's going on?
Do I put it up here? Okay, go ahead.
Something's wrong with this. He should have given it to me.
No problem, child tonight.
It's okay. It's a long weekend, it's all good.
That's the issue, not to worry.
Hey Doug, are you gonna take pictures? You don't have to. I just know you normally do.
No, yeah, I could, but she said I was gonna wait till the first meeting in January.
Okay, whichever. If we want to wait till January, that's fine.
I'll do it.
Know what you're getting, isn't it?
This is 4 years ago. Look at the chaos you're in.
still there. It's not as bad, but.
You still change your mind.
And have to miss all this fun?
That's weird. It shouldn't be that way.
Okay, sorry, I am sorry.
That's okay. Are we ready?
Yep.
All right, Tom. We're moving ahead, guys. This is the oath of office that we need for you to raise your right hand.
I, Tom Marzlik, do solemnly swear that I support the Constitution of the United States of America, the Constitution of the State of Minnesota, and that I will faithfully, justly, and impartially discharge the duties of the office of council member of the city of Montrose, Minnesota, to the best of my judgment and ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and you can take a seat next to Ben. That's okay. All right. Everybody good? Did you get the little chair? You might have shut your mic off.
Shut up, okay.
All right.
Who's dropping?
Not another one.
Let's hope not.
All right, now we need the approval of a consent agenda. Any discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Is there any open forum? Wright County Sheriff's Department is not here. He called me last night. Since we switched the dates, he is actually at the Waverly, their meeting tonight. So he did call and kind of gave an update. If you guys look in your packet, you'll see that there's a lot of car thefts in there. And that kind of is pretty much wrapping up. Pretty much one fella is responsible for most of that, or all of that, I should say. So, but it's pretty much a done deal. They've got him, and things should quiet down a little bit.
Good.
So, yeah. Oops. Council.
I attended the Beyond Yellow Ribbon meeting, council meeting, the finance review that went on forever. And I was not able to make the Montrose Day Celebration meeting.
I attended special meetings around the open house, city hall. I was at numerous meetings with staff, Bark in the Park, the Halloween dance, union meetings, the meet the candidates. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on.
Okay. Council meetings, excuse me, council meetings, finance meeting, personnel negotiations, and that's it.
I just, the council meetings I went to and drove around town looking at everything to see if everything's up to snuff on stuff that's going on, and trying to keep the city pretty decent.
All right. Kevin.
Good evening, Council and Mayor. In your packet is the October activity report for us. Not a lot of calls in October, thankfully, but we were busy doing a lot of other activities with fire prevention and things going on that road. So acknowledgements I have is to the Montrose Elementary School for taking part and being flexible in the fire prevention week activities. All the kids came down and visited our station and everything like that. So thanks to them for that. And then also to all the firefighters who take time out of their day and out of their jobs to do the fire prevention for that week. So any questions on the activity report? Okay, next item on the packet is a resolution to raise our retirement account. Currently, our retirement is at $3,000 per active year of service. We're looking at for some reason, there's a lot of like feedback today, I don't know why.
Just leave it off.
Yeah, I'll just leave it off, I'll talk about
I
it.
think it's Tom's fault because he's new, so. it's-
Tom?
Oh, yeah. That was buzzing your phone.
So this resolution is to raise our retirement pension from $3,000 per active year of service to $3,300 per year per active year of service. We have to do this as a resolution, and we have to bring it to the city council because we are now part of PARA. We're no longer our own entity for our retirement, so all of our money goes to the state. This has a zero liability increase for us. We have enough money saved up into our account where we're not going to be invoiced anymore or anything like that. We just decided rather than have this money just sitting there, we might as well earmark it for the guys for when they retire so that they get that. The $3,300, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, you get 100% of your retirement after you have 20 years of service. After 5 years, you're partially vested at 40%, and then it goes up 4% per year from there until you hit that 20. Anything beyond that, you stay at 100%, you just get $3,300 per year of service at that time. So Willie's gonna get a good big check when he does when he retires. I just need the resolution passed, or if you guys have any questions about it or anything, I'd be glad to answer them at this point. We just had a relief meeting where it was decided that we will also, the Relief Association does want this to happen, but ultimately, it's a change in how things work from the past. Ultimately, it's not up to them, it's up to the city council through our recommendations and things like that. So.
Any questions for Kevin?
Make a motion to approve Resolution 2018-28, a resolution opting to increase the benefit level for firefighters who are vested in volunteer statewide firefighter retirement plan.
I'll second it.
All right, Tom?
Aye.
Roy?
Aye.
I'll vote aye. Ben?
Aye.
And Lloyd?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you very much.
You can come on up, Matt.
Like Mayor Council, in your meeting packet, you have our Park and Rec Commission meeting minutes from our November 5th meeting. Just a quick synopsis of the meeting. We had our recap of the Bark in the Park event. Costs associated with that is in your packet. All the items that were purchased via the city of Alden returned to the city hall behind the wings office and all of our storage over there. Update on the preserve land, just that we had been notified that it did not sound like Paxmar was planning on actually building a park and absorbing that land into the association. So they're going to be writing a check to the city for a park over there, as far as I know. But I think that's still pending some planning and zoning, and then obviously for you guys. So we'll just keep an ear out for that and start making decisions as we move forward. Our tree lighting event will be December 1st. I guess all the information's in there, starting at 6 o'clock. Stuff in there. Under new business, this was brought up that we may be partnering with some community education for some pickleball, which is kind of just an event that we'd be utilizing our existing tennis court, except for the fact that it would need to be repainted or restriped in order to facilitate that. So that might be something Wayne need to look at, kind of get an idea on if it's something we're going to have to try to sub out, or something you guys have time and the expertise to do, or something like that. But that would be something we'd be looking at, trying to partner with community ed for next summer, just get a few more activities down here.
I have a question. If you stripe it, how, then doesn't it interfere with it being a tennis court if you stripe it?
I think it'd be stripped for both.
It can coincide for both.
Okay.
You just have to realize which lines are for which.
Okay, I was gonna say, because it gets used a lot for tennis, so.
Yeah, no, we'd be trying to utilize it a little bit more, and the thought was that it could use to be restriped now anyway, so it might be something just to really utilize it a little bit more. Skate day event we have scheduled for January 26th from 4 to 6. Got some stuff with that. Halloween decorating, I went around, took pictures, used our wonderful projector you have, which is awesome. Thanks, Wendy, for that. We just want to say congratulations to the winner, which was Missy Jacobson at 823 Emerson, as well as everyone who participated, especially 323 Mindy, which would have been the second place finisher, but there were a lot that were kind of in that third place area, so there were a number of homes that did a really good job. And I'd just like to congratulate everybody that participated. And it was a lot of fun. You could just drive around, meet everybody, talk to a lot of people, and get an idea of what they were doing and all that other stuff. A lot of them were very excited and waiting for us to drive by and take pictures, so it was actually a lot of fun for us as well. That's kind of it. Next meeting, we'll be setting our 2019 events, elections, annual report, stuff like that, so probably got more coming next month and then the new January meeting, so. Any questions for me? No? Good job. All right, perfect.
Thank you. I forgot to give a little update on Montrose Days. Ben wasn't there. Their breakfast with Santa is December 1st from 8 to noon. They had one of their members resign due to work issues, and so they appointed a new member in the vice president position, which is Nicole Andrioff. So she'll start next month. And then their skate day they have scheduled as well for January 26th. No, that's our skate day is January 26th along with their beanbag tournament. So, that's it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right, Deb, planning and zoning.
Okay, just a few things that are going on in planning and zoning right now. On October 31st, staff did meet with representatives from PaxMar to discuss the second concept plan and park dedication for preserved housing development. In attendance at that meeting was our city attorney, our city engineer, and our city planners. And the city attorney is currently working on the purchase agreement for that housing development. And as far as the park goes, what they're looking at right now is they're looking at, they have the land there, but they're also looking at giving some money to build a park. So.
But they never said how much.
No, because they have to determine that amount by certain things in the development, so they'll give us a number eventually. And then we also met with another developer who is interested in purchasing the Apple property north of the Pheasant Hills housing development to develop homes with homes. And then we also met and talked about that 5 acres that we would like to look at purchasing to build a future well or well house. We're currently in the process of working, as you know, Bolton and Mink still has that project, so we're currently working with Justin to do a test well there, because we don't even want to consider it if the test doesn't come back with the results that we want. I don't know, Wayne, did you want to add anything to that?
They're just working on it right now.
Okay.
Justin's working with Apples on it.
Yes, because Apples definitely want to sell it, and the developer actually brought me a purchase agreement in today, but we are waiting to meet with Mr. Apple and with Justin to talk about that. On November 7th, I held a city planner and city engineer update meeting just so that we could be on the same page, and the things we discussed were the preserved housing development, the proposed Apple property development. We talked about code enforcement in regards to several things. We talked about parking pads because we have some people that have put in parking pads without getting a permit to do that. And so, again, at that meeting, the city attorney was there because we're just trying to come up with a process to work on that. So, and we did come up with something. We also talked about certain ordinance amendments, and then we talked about the property on Hill Street. And just for your reference, a second notice has been sent to them. They have been given until this Wednesday, at 4 o'clock to bring in plans of exactly what they're doing at that property, and if we do not receive anything, then I'm moving forward. I'm going to try to go through the Wright County Attorney's Program for litigation on that with the property owner. So we are working on that. It's just a slow process. We did talk about a proposal. I think you've been told about this before, that we have from IPS Solar to put in a solar farm, and we did identify property at the wastewater treatment plant. It would be approximately 10 acres. That would be able to give them 8 to 10 acres, and it's property that we'll never ever use for anything else, and that would be then an additional $10,000. It's $1,000 an acre per year, but then incrementally it goes up each year. So we are thinking about that. We are establishing a location to park semi-tractors and large trucks. We really need that in the city because we have people, I actually get calls of people that want to move to the city but need to park like a big tow truck or a semi-tractor. So we do have a business in town that already has plugins, and we're working with them. We also have, we discussed at that meeting, we also have a chai tea business, a gentleman that wants to relocate to the city of Montrose. He's in the process of purchasing the old Casey's building, but there's some covenants that come with that from Casey's, and so he doesn't know exactly if he'll be able to do what he wants, but we are in the process of that, and we're just trying to keep you and everybody apprised of it because we may have to move quickly with this. So they're going to talk about it at the planning meeting tomorrow night, and then there was the thought that we might have to have a special planning and zoning meeting to make some approvals, but the gentleman that wants to purchase the property has kind of backed off and is looking more now towards December to finalize things, so that's helpful. And then just to let you know what we're going to talk about tomorrow night, we're going to spend most of the meeting talking about the amendments to the park dedication ordinance. We're trying to get more bang for our buck, if that makes sense. We're trying to get land and monetary, if we can, just so we can start building some parks, and we don't have all this empty park land. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're also going to, like I said, talk about the chai tea business, just so that they know what's going on. So any questions of me?
Yeah, it was probably a couple months ago that whole process of reviewing the ordinances began, or it really got pretty innovative there. Where does that stand now? Is that still going, or?
We are still working on that because we have the new city planner. He's looking at the list of what they got.
Okay.
But he had a really good idea. We really want to work on the park dedication, and if you do too many things at one time, it's too overwhelming. So he's going to work on that first, and we're going to get that going because we have this other housing development that wants to come in, and we want to get going with that before we finalize that. And then we will move on to the different ones at each meeting.
Well, I hope they got the water and that stuff shut off at the Casey store, and we busted pipes all over the place.
It's all.
I hope so.
That's it?
That's it.
All right.
So if you don't have any questions, you're welcome.
Wayne?
Well, Mayor and Council, I got some prices on some plows for the 2019 Ford F-350. And you should be able to see the prices. Cry-Steel come in with a state bid, $2.10 cheaper than the guy at Plows Plus in Waverly. So what I'm recommending is we get it from the guy in Waverly because it's so close. We don't have to take it to the cities to have it fitted. Or if we have a part go bad on it, we don't have to run to the cities.
We just discussed this, and we discussed it with the city attorney, and we just determined that it would be more efficient and more cost effective if we go with Waverly, because if we take it to the cities, you're talking about travel time, you're talking about it sitting there for a long time. It's at Waverly, you don't have to. And Wayne and I did discuss it. Mayor Otto was there too. You can go with the higher bid. That's totally up to the discretion of the city council. And it is only $2.10, and in the long run, we're going to save a lot of money.
What kind of warranties you got, Wayne?
we didn't, neither one of them discussed warranty.
This guy is out of Buffalo.
So it's 2-year
But
warranty.
he's the guy that was in Buffalo.
Yeah, they told it out there for those neighborhoods to use when it was over. Township went against them, so he left over here in Waverly.
And that plow
Been in
that's
business for 20-something
the one
years.
that's in Waverly is 4 inches wider
Yeah.
than the other one.
But Christ Steel has got a 2-year
We
warranty.
got a 2-year warranty
Yeah.
on theirs.
Will he match all this?
Yeah,
too, so
he'll match
that we get all this stuff, because, you know, they listed quite a bit of stuff more needed.
Yeah, we'll get, he actually bidded about the same. It's gonna be the same stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ming said he was match that.
yeah, okay. Stick with a 2-year warranty too.
Go for a 4-year.
I guess I wouldn't have no qualms as long as they're going to match all this stuff on the other one was gonna put on there.
Is that a motion then?
I'll make a motion to accept the Whitley bid with the exception that they're going to match all the stuff that Christ Steel mentions.
For the dollar amount of $6,897? Correct?
Correct?
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right, Lloyd,
Aye.
Roy,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
and Ben.
Aye.
And I'll vote aye, motion passes 5-0.
And then also, we got our solar lights up. They were up last Thursday, and they didn't work. They come out with a new box on them. You have to download a program to an iPad or your phone. And you gotta actually sit by the light and actually turn it on.
What?
Yeah. I got 2 of them are on right now. One I have to call the technician, the other one we have to go up and disconnect the battery and plug it back in. New technology.
Technology.
But they didn't tell us that. It didn't, I had to call in to figure all that out, because it didn't work. And we knew we didn't do anything wrong.
All right.
Anything else?
Anything else for Wayne?
No.
All right, old business, discussion on the youth liaison.
I had in the packet a application that I put together, a draft application, and I put it in there just so that you could read it over and see if you had anything you wanted to add or take out. I don't take offense to that, so anything that you would like to amend on it. Otherwise, if you were okay with it, we'll probably move forward and we'll get that out to the schools and get it on the website and get it out on social media.
See what you can do, Deb.
Okay. I did put on there, and I just want to run that by everybody, I did say that they had to do a minimum of 3 months. So, and I thought that if it's something that they really enjoy doing, that we would really encourage them to stay on. I know Kirby, they said you did it for quite a while, so if they really like doing it, we could encourage them to stay on. But I think you all know how busy kids are nowadays, so I didn't want to have to make them make a commitment more than 3 months.
Yeah, plus it might encourage other kids to participate if they see one do it, you know.
So if you still need time to look it over, go ahead and just call me at City Hall or email me if there's anything you'd like to see changed. Just, if you could do it within, by the end of this week, so that I can get going on it next week.
I think it looks good to me.
Yeah, I think it looks good, you know.
All right,
So then I am okay to move forward with
move
that?
forward,
Move
yeah.
right in, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Wendy, WCAT.
Okay, so I attended the WCAT meeting on Tuesday, the 22nd or 23rd of October. They gave us an update. They're still in the process of transitioning everything from the cities, which was what WCAT was, the Wright County Area Transportation. That was started by all of the Wright County cities. It's still being transitioned over to Wright County. That should all be done by the end of the year, so the cities will all be out of it at that point. So we don't have to attend any more meetings, and we won't have to pay any more, other than in 2019, we'll have to pay the 2018 ride share, which will be quite low, so. So they were working with, they're gonna keep an advisory board, which is gonna consist of some of the member cities, some of the bigger cities, a couple of the smaller cities, and any of the townships, or some of the townships if they want to be represented, because right now, since it's only the cities, the townships aren't represented. So they will, they'll include the townships to be represented also. So they're going to have one more meeting, I believe it's going to be now in December, to make sure they have everything wrapped up for the advisory board to start in January. Currently have 16 buses operating in Wright County with one more to add yet this year. The goal that they set forth for the state is to have 30 buses in operation within 5 years. They, in this packet also is the ridership report, so if you have any questions or, I think that was about it. Like I said, we'll receive one more local rideshare bill, which will be in 2019 for the 2018 rides, but it should be pretty minimal. So, that's it.
All right. Any questions? All right. Upcoming meetings. Planning and zoning meeting has been rescheduled to Wednesday, November 14th due to Thanksgiving. The city council workshop is Monday, November 26th at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Okay. Park and Rec Commission meeting is Monday, December 3rd at 5:30. Truth and Taxation public hearing is Monday, December 10th at, is that at 7?
Don't we usually do it? It's part of the council meeting.
Regular council meeting.
Okay, so 7 o'clock. Then the regular council meeting is also at 7 o'clock on December 10th. Anything else? Acknowledgements. I have a few. I would like to acknowledge our election judges for all their hard work and many hours that they put in. Wendy, for going back the next day again and doing some more with all of the elections and all of that fun stuff that she had to do, and staff as well for putting in so many hours and doing such a phenomenal job. And I think we had record turnouts this year, didn't we?
No, we were a little lower, we had a few more in 2016,
Okay.
so, but not many, maybe a couple hundred more in 2016.
All right. And then I want to acknowledge Nicole Brew, Sam, Dean, and Joe for running this year for the 2018 council seat. They all did a great job. That's what I got.
I'd like to acknowledge all the veterans from World War I and World War II and our veterans that we got alive today for protecting us to make our United States a decent place to live.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'd like to add, since I'm a Vietnam vet, Vietnam and Korea and all of the desert wars that we're in, already fought and we're still in too. So.
I'd like to thank Mr. Joe Bontoma for the time that he put in on Montrose days. We'll miss him, but I know he's got a lot on his plate and he'll continue to do good things.
Anybody else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.